Aloha everyone. I am going to insert today's gratitude passage at the beginning of this video. So for today's gratitude passage, we have, I hope there are days when you fall in love with being alive. Every day, yes. I am sincerely grateful for who I am, where I am, and what I have. Yes, I am. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. And I'm so thankful for all of you. Enjoy the video. Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi. My name is Jen, and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. Well, welcome to the New Year, New You series. This is episode 10, and today is day 15 of our 30-day best skin of your life treatment plan with the Ziip. So we're going to get started here. So today is the halfway mark with using the Ziip. I'm following this plan, and I'm going to set up my, when we get to the end of this video, I will put up my beginning video and we'll compare it to my results today after my treatment. But I do notice that my skin looks more even in tone. It does seem firmer and more contoured and lifted. And my eyes do seem a little bit more lifted. I would love to see more, of course, right? But at first, I didn't think I was really seeing much. And then yesterday, I was looking at my skin and I was like, oh my gosh, my fine lines look less apparent, my skin has more of a glow, and it does look more lifted and toned. And my only complaint with doing this 30-day program and using the Ziip as my sole microcurrent device is that I get a lot of tension in my face. I get a lot of tension right here in my cheeks, under my cheeks, right here in my depressors and in my neck and in my forehead and around my eyes. So everywhere, right? And I mention this because I'm not used to using a slide and glide device as my main microcurrent device. I'm used to using the Pico toner from Neurotris, where I have the current above and below, and I'm doing more holds versus slides and glides with a device. And when I use slide and glide devices, I get a lot more tension in my skin. However, I can work around that by working in my fascia and doing facial massage, which I did an intensive treatment yesterday, and I am a little bit sore here in my cheeks and around my eyes from that treatment, okay? But overall, I'm enjoying this. I will tell you, I do miss my Pico toner though. I find for my skin that the Pico toner fares better. I just see better results with it. However, it is a different concept than the Ziip. Now let's talk about the Golden Conductive Gel. So the Golden Conductive Gel is for aging concerns such as sagging skin, fine lines, and wrinkles. And it's not recommended for those of you who have sensitive skin to use the Golden Gel. So this gel does have a cooling effect to it. My skin is sensitive, but my skin has changed within, I would say, the last 6 months because I have been really working on restoring my barrier. And ever since I've incorporated, Pepti Repair from Victoria DM, along with their rejuvenators and their other, Peptis, my skin is not as sensitive as what it used to be. I can use things now that I wasn't able to use 6 months ago, such as like the Golden Conductive Gel with the Ziip. When I've used this in the past, it did cause me to get irritated, sensitive red skin. However, I'm not experiencing that this time around with this. And the last time I used this was probably back in 2018, when this was when the Ziip first came out, this was the only gel that you could use with the Ziip. And then they came out with the silver gel. I do like it. However, I don't like the cooling effect that it gives on my skin, especially in the wintertime. That might be something that I would enjoy more so in the summertime. I prefer the silver gel still compared to the golden gel. Reason being is I find that my skin has more of a glow with the silver gel, and this is hydrating compared to the golden gel. Now, take in consideration that this one is more for your aging concerns, sagging skin, fine lines, and wrinkles, okay? Where this one is for hydration and brightening the skin, and it's great for those of you who have sensitive skin. So this week we're gonna, these last 2 weeks, we are going to finish off with using the crystal gel. So the crystal gel is their organic, it's mainly made with organic ingredients, but the star of the show in here is glutathione, there's veronica flower, and what is the other one? I forgot the other ingredient off the top of my head. So this is going to help calm and soothe the skin, but it's also going to help brighten the skin with glutathione. And glutathione not only helps the skin with brightening, but it's also a very powerful antioxidant. So we're gonna start off with this. Now for today's treatment, we're doing 3 programs. So the first program we're gonna start out with is Founder's Favorite. Then we're gonna go into Jowls and Brow Lift. Founder's Favorite is 10 minutes, Jowls is 3 minutes, and Brow Lift is 3 minutes. Now, I'm getting this up early today, so you guys can follow along this evening if you'd like. I will have to tell you, on Wednesday, I have to work, and I'm probably not going to be home until later, so what is that? Day 17 won't go up until later. I will try to get a video up on Friday, and then Monday, okay? But our very last, well, I go on vacation next week on the 24th, and I'm probably not going to be able to film my treatments. So there's going to be some times where in these next couple weeks where I'm not going to be able to film every treatment, but I will pop on in the community to let you know that I will be doing it, because I am taking my Ziip with me. I'm going to fill up my little trial size of the electrical complex gel container with the crystal gel and bring my Ziip with me. All right, so let's get started with this treatment. So I'm gonna shake up the crystal gel and we are going to apply it to my skin. I'm gonna take 3 pumps and apply it to my neck. Now this sort of has like a tinge of brown to it, and there is no scent to this. I noticed that the silver gel seems to have sort of a cucumber scent to it. I'm gonna take 3 drops or 3 pumps and put it on my forehead. And I always like to make sure I have a good coat of the gel on my skin so we don't have to reapply and we get good conduction. And I'm just gonna put what's left over on my chest. Now, I did already apply my Victoria DN Peptides to my skin, because after this treatment, I will be applying my daytime skincare. But what I will do is I will come back after my treatment before I apply the rest of my skincare, and I'll remove the gel, take my before or my after picture, and then we will compare from when I started this treatment today to my after, and then we'll compare from my beginning of this 30-day plan to the 15-day check-in. This gel feels really nice going on. I would have to say, like, this one, I could have probably gotten away with using 2 pumps on my neck and 2 pumps on my face, because it seems to be the one that is more, is a little bit thinner and easily spread onto the skin to where you could possibly use less. So I'll test that out the next time we use the Ziip. All right, and for those of you who saw my video yesterday, I have a breakout here and it is healing. I got my castor oil in yesterday, and I made the mistake of buying the exfoliator pressed instead of cold pressed. But what the difference is that there is a little more heat involved with exfoliator pressed versus cold pressed. There's no heat added. It's just when they press it, there is generation of heat. involved. So this one had really good reviews on Amazon, and I thought it said cold pressed. And so it arrived, and I tried it last night and I loved it. It is a little bit thick. Now, Dr. Rajani just came out with a video this morning about emu oil, and he says you can do 50% castor oil and 50% emu oil. So I might try that because I like emu oil, and that was what was in my Osmosis Immerse oil. But I should have picked up emu oil earlier and just incorporated that instead of picking up my old Immerse oil, because what happened is I got a breakout from it being old. So I'm going to try that. But I did like this. My skin, when I woke up, it was not dry or dehydrated. It's just that this is really thick and heavy to put on the skin. My lips were really moisturized from it. I enjoyed it. I got a big size so I could put it on my body. So I'm going to continue on with the exfoliator press and see how I like it. I'm going to mix some of the emu oil with it as well and try that out and see how it fares, just so you guys know. Now let's get into our treatment. So our first treatment we are going to do is Founder's Favorite. So Founder's Favorite, I'll read it. 10 minutes, intensity of 1. You won't feel a thing, but you'll notice it all. Energizing nanocurrent syncs with your body to deliver suspiciously good results. Make this pro-worthy treatment part of your regimen for noticeably smoother texture and tighter skin that only gets better over time. Once you discover the power of nanocurrent, there's no going back. And then for the tips, goal: cumulative skin texture improvement, highly effective, long-lasting, smoothing effect, current only, nanocurrent, intensity, delicate sensations. The level is easy. So the Founder's Favorite is all nanocurrent. There's no lifting in this. So the goal for this is to freeform or freestyle, with the goal of getting this all over your skin. You don't have to do any specific movement with Founder's Favorite. Just work it all over the skin how you want to, even around the eyes. You just want to avoid your thyroid area. And this is a 10-minute program, so we're going to do 5 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on the other. And then after that, we'll go into jowls and then the brow lift, and that's going to be our lifting for today. So I'm going to go ahead and start this treatment, and I will put the video on the side so you guys can see. We will have to follow along for jowls and for the brow lift, by the way. Okay.
For this treatment, make sure you get gel all around the face. Don't forget your under eye area, under your eyebrows and the neck, everything that you want to treat. The only area you do not treat with this treatment is the center of the neck. So when you set the silver globes down to the skin and both are in contact, that will initiate the treatment to start. And with this treatment, it is completely freeform. You cannot screw this up. There is no wrong way. You don't even have to break contact with the skin. You can just keep moving. No wrong ways. The beauty of nanocurrent.
So I'm just kind of going to do everything in threes. When I'm going up like this.
Into the skin to help it initiate collagen production.
I'm just going to come up underneath my chin.
And we really want to kick up the elastin production of the skin, which really increases the elasticity.
Because I want to get this all over everywhere.
This treatment is to try to treat as much of the tissue as possible. And that's everything beneath the two silver globes. And
so I never really have a set way I perform Founder's Favorite. I just go with what I feel because I'm focused on just getting this current all
to keep it
into
young for
my
your face. Get
skin
your gel on, and then you
everywhere.
can watch a program or check email. It's so simple. You only have to remember a few things, and that's keep both of those globes in contact with the skin. And also, when you're halfway through, you'll hear one beep. That just means move to the other side and finish up.
So I'm getting this
Your
underneath
device
my
will turn
eye,
itself off
kind of
once you're
doing
in
a
the same
draining
amount of
movement
seconds
because
of face.
my eyes are puffy.
You can treat the under eye area.
So I'm gonna come over here on my brows and treat
It doesn't matter which
my brow bone area.
vertical, horizontal.
This feels really good since it's really sore right there.
And as I mentioned, you can glide down.
And then come over and treat my forehead.
Connection. You don't have to.
I'm just gonna come up and kind of repeat
This is
again.
not a treatment where a better technique is going to make for a better outcome, as long as you've got connection, as I mentioned, and that'll come down to you just making sure you've got your gel on and keeping a nice pressure so that both of your globes are in contact. That's it. Very simple. If you're someone who, wants to move faster, you can absolutely do that. Or you can really slow down and methodically work on an area or the entire face. However you would like to do it. You do not need to be following me at all. I'm just a guide to show you that anything and everything works here. So this is all about what feels comfortable for you. Focusing on the areas you really want to focus on. And also coming up with a technique that works for you.
So we
So
have
that
about
feels good
45 more
to
seconds.
make that stroke and then repeat as you're kind of used to. You can absolutely do that. The one thing you really don't want to get in the habit of doing though is holding for too long in one certain area, because you do want to try to treat as much as possible. And you can still go slowly so that you just don't have to think about it.
Okay, we should be hitting the halfway. There we go. That was perfect. I'm gonna be faster than the video, I think. Yeah.
Alright, so there was that tone. That means we move to the second side.
Which is okay, because this is a free-form treatment. Meaning we're not following along with the video.
Just make sure you've got good contact. And that you're not drifting off of the skin on the face of the neck.
I do quite enjoy this program. I think it is really lovely. It's so relaxing. This would be really good for me to do in the evening.
You can definitely of how many times you've gone under the eye. You can do as much or as little as you want.
Oops. I don't know what I was trying to do there. I was trying to do that other move, but my brain's not connecting with my hand to do the drain. Oh, this was so good. Does anybody else want to fall asleep after doing this program like I do right now? How did I do that move? There we go. I did this a couple times. I can't believe I forgot how to do it. It's my brain not functioning properly these days. What are you doing, Misha Boo? Are you scared? Come next to mommy. Misha got scared with something. Okay, so we should have probably about a minute left.
You will start to notice sometimes that you will feel an aura of electricity with this. That's totally normal.
I don't feel anything.
Sensation. You may notice that one day and you may feel nothing another day. Most of the time you don't feel mana current, but sometimes you will feel it
This underneath
ever
my
so
chin.
slightly. And it's just a general awareness. Both cases are perfectly normal.
Okay, we should be finishing up here in probably about 10 seconds. You can take this over your lips too, by the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe the outside and I am going to end the video and we are gonna go into the Jowls treatment. So let's read the Jowls. This jaw-defining jowl lifting treatment is yours for the taking, specially programmed to tone your lower facial muscles. This strengthening facial defies gravity to create a sculpted silhouette. Intensity level of 2. And then zip tips. Enhance and lift your lower facial features. A tightened jowl area, chin, jawline, and mouth. Medium to powerful microcurrent, medium to strong vibrations, moderate. All right, let's do it. So let's start the treatment.
All right, for this treatment, we want to make sure we've got a
That's good.
conductive gel layer all the way throughout here, and don't forget under the jawline as well.
Okay.
So for this very first pull, you're going to hold right here in the attachment until you feel the vibration. Okay, now we're going to do that again. And then I'm holding right here until I feel the vibration.
Okay, mine's going faster than hers.
Right here, you don't want to push up, you just want to hold at the attachment.
Okay.
And now moving out just a bit. Sort of. This is
Ooh,
double the intensity.
I feel that.
Holding for the vibration. Again, we're going to do this 3 times. So this is the second. I'm waiting for the vibration.
That is pretty intense.
Last one. I'm turning
Okay, so now I know
lobes.
what we're gonna do because mine's going faster than her. And I started at the same time as her.
Right, so holding right there. And again.
Okay, now we're gonna move it over slightly.
That's 3. Now I'm going to move out ever so slightly.
And again.
Hold right here. Wait for the vibration. And then move out just a bit more.
Okay, and then we're gonna move out a bit more.
Wait for the vibration.
And then we're gonna come back to this one and do this 3 times.
When this vibration comes, I'm going to go back to my starting point, but it's
And this one is more intense.
double the intensity.
Say double the intensity.
1.
Okay, our last one.
We're going to do this 3 times. So that was the first vibration. Here's the second.
Okay. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna let her finish. Okay.
And we're all done.
So with this, if your video doesn't line up, you're gonna start out first, going up here. You're gonna do this 3 times, this movement. Okay, so 1 vibration, 2 vibration, 3 vibration. Then you move it out slightly, and then you're gonna go up here, 1 vibration, and then you move it out slightly a little bit more, vibration, and then you're gonna move it up and out and up. So you're gonna go up, out, and to the back half, okay? So it's 3 different placements. So just so if you get confused. Okay, so now we're gonna do the brow lift, which is our last treatment. So this treatment softens frown lines, defines your brows, and instantly rejuvenates your eye area. You'll focus your attention on and in between your brows, as well as your forehead. Reframe your face and create an elevated look. Intensity level 2. Goal: to lift and smooth the area from your brows to your forehead. Brows, forehead, look defined, lifted, and rejuvenated. Current is medium level microcurrent. Intensity, gentle tingling sensation. Level, moderate. Okay, so we have to follow along with this one. So we're going to start the treatment. Turn on my Ziip.
For the brow lift, you want to make sure that you have gel all the way across the brow, and don't forget the eyelids and the temples.
Okay.
I'm going to start right here in the middle, and I'm going to bounce under the brow. When I feel the vibration, I'm going to whiz back in.
This is fast.
So it does move pretty quickly. You can go slower and make the vibration be at each point of the brow. Boom, boom, boom. And
I'm
then
slow.
around. Boom, boom,
This one feels stingy to me.
Or you can, if it's the sensation's intense, you can just kind of keep this movement going. The faster, the less intense, the slower, the more you're going to feel this one. Don't ever push down, just glide around. Only pull pressure upward. And it should be very gentle. You want the device to do the heavy lifting for you.
So you hear that? You're just kind of doing this light movement up and you're not pulling the
Really
tissue
also feel it up at the top
or
of
dragging
your
it.
forehead right here. It'll give you a nice overall lifting effect.
Okay.
So you see my bottom probe always just goes right under my eyebrow. I don't ever dip down onto the lid. You'll see it better on this other side here. Nice and slow. So you can really see the technique.
My brow does look lifted.
Pressure and I'm coming back around. And just nice and slow so you can see it. And again, you can go faster. The vibrations just letting you know move along. You don't want to hold anywhere on this for any longer than one vibration at any point on the brow. So if I'm going to
So the vibration, she said, is there to let you know that you have to move it along, that you're not holding while you're lifting up for too long. Like when we're doing these little lift ups.
middle, I'm just gently bouncing that. And again, if this is intense, you're just gonna gently underline the bottom of the brow and sweep
So if
around.
these little holds that you're doing with the bouncing is too intense, you can just glide really quickly like this, she said. Well, we'll see what that after picture looks like. My breakout did get a little red. It's not raised anymore, but it's red right there.
You can also go horizontal if you want to. You won't get as much of a brow lift with that one because you don't have the probe in the brow line, but you can do that if this probe feels too intense for you.
Okay, so let's go over that really quick. So what she said is when you're doing it like this and you feel like when you're horizontal that this is, or when you're vertical that this is too intense, you could just come around and go vertically like this if you wanted to. I didn't feel like this probe up here was too intense. So when you come around, you would do it like this. I actually like this better. I feel like you get a better lift because this is focused on that point in your forehead that's going to help lift this up as you're lifting. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I have completed the treatment now, and so we don't have another treatment until Wednesday. So let's see what Wednesday's treatment is all about. So that's going to be day 17. So we're going to do instant gratification and founder's favorite. Then Friday's treatment will be jowls, brow lift, and eyes. And then, oh, it looks like, okay, so we'll do a treatment on Friday, Saturday, then one on Monday. And then on the 24th, I leave. Okay, well, we'll figure it out, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go remove the gel, go take a after video, and then we're gonna come back and compare my results. I did get really red right in here this time. We'll see. Okay, I'll see you in a flash. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and here is my skin after. I noticed that I got quite red this time around, and I'm thinking it might be this crystal gel. Got a little bit more red in the skin, I think, versus using the golden gel. So we'll test this. I didn't feel anything, like it was stingy or anything during my treatment, but I remember the last time I tried this gel made me quite red. So we'll see how that fares, okay? But honestly, like, I don't know if I see a difference in my skin after this. Like, I think my jowls look a little bit more lifted, and I don't really notice much of a lift in my eyebrows. So let's take my before and after picture for this treatment. So this is before I started the treatment and now after. Now let's compare my start of the program to 15 days in. All right, so January 1st through today, the 15th. Now, just right off the bat, like I said, I noticed that, you know, my forehead looks smoother, my skin has more of a glow, texture does look better, more defined and contoured. I am noticing a difference here in my jowls, but not really much in my neck yet. It's only 15 days in, so this is where we're at. And yeah, so here is my skin. I hope you guys are enjoying following along with me, and I'm enjoy following along with you. So I will see you on Wednesday for our next treatment. And just remember, like I said, that treatment is going to go up a little bit later than usual. Well, then today. It'll probably be up hopefully before 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, just depending on when I get off from work. And I will just keep it to the Ziip treatment. I won't be going in and doing anything extra unless I find something important, okay? So I hope that you're all having a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are. And I'm sending you so much love and light. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.